Welcome once again to a Tin Dog podcast talking about episode 3 of Box of Delights. Oh yeah. You know what? Genuinely enjoying this. It's a nice bit of nostalgia TV. So, I went back and watched the end of episode 2 because there's the bit at the end where he says, he's met Turn the Hunter, and he goes back, he comes out of the box and looks at it and goes, it's 2 minutes past 11, to the pub, which, that's the sort of thing we would say. Oh, look, it's 10 past 11, to the pub. Now, the thing is, I couldn't work out why he was told to go to the pub. Is it because all kids know that the pub's open at 11? Possibly. I don't know. We'll have to get back on that one. But I think it's possibly gone into or mentioned in passing, and the plot moves at such a pace that you just think, yeah, actually, I'll put up with that. I'll go with it. I'll just think, yeah, they go to the pub. And there's the business with the rats. And then there's Abner giving a good 6-7 minutes of the entire episode over to the exposition and the evil moustache twiddling that is Abner Brown. The voice is brilliant. He would have been Alan Rickman if it was played now. Which means if it was played now, it would have been, Cumberbatch. But perhaps we'd have to wait a bit longer for a bit more evil Cumberbatch to come about. Major recurring themes in this are now the incompetent police. They do say some weird things. The police have to they have to turn a blind eye or be important. That was in episode 2, and in this one, there's a whole very odd thing going on. Apparently, the Punch and Judy man has to go and report to the police station and get permission to see if he's a decent person. Because in this episode, the person who is definitely the Punch and Judy man, definitely Patrick Troughton, definitely no. He puts on a performance. Now, put my hands up. There's a few things in life that I am terrified of, genuinely. Number 1 on the list, as always, as everyone knows, is carousel horses. I do not like them, they scare me. It's their dead, cold eyes made of wood, skewered through the centre for our enjoyment. I just don't like them. Another thing I don't like is Punch and Judy. Always hated it. In 1977 at the Queen's Jubilee, on the green near my house, which is just a bit of land where people now park, where my parents live. I'm making it sound very nice. It's basically just a D-shaped piece of grass. There was a big marquee up for the Queen's Jubilee, and I think I dressed as a cowboy. Yes, they had well-known sci-fi persona, and there was a Punch and Judy on there, and I just wailed the place down. I was 5, unimpressed, and I just didn't like it. Never liked them, and that's probably one of the reasons I didn't really want to have much to do with this. Let's face it, I get it. I totally get the history, the characterization, the development, the true nature of the art. I get it. The swizzle stick, I understand all of it. It still just gives me the creeps. It's fine. Now, there is in this episode a lot of posset-based antics. The policeman, incompetent policeman as he is, suggests that our hero has a posset. He then goes up to the staff who I definitely do recognise, and I know that voice from somewhere, but you know me, I never know where somebody's from. It's just a blank spot. There's nothing wrong with me, I'm just not very good at it. I know you'll know her because you're a fan of Box of Delights, you understand these things. But there's a montage. No, not a montage. It's a bit like a montage, but it's not. It's just a locked off shot of her making a posset, like it's this elixir. And then she goes, in a bowl, there you are. Not quite sure. That does fill up quite a lot of the episode. And then, apparently, because, possets are a gateway drug, he has a sort of montage of memories of stuff that's happened, which then morphs into some Roman soldiers who are also on the lookout for some wolves, and then becomes an old woman with a ring who seems to morph into different people as well. It's a load of symbolics. It really is very symbolism heavy on this one. And I'm sure that makes a lot of sense. Some great shape-changing nonsense. 2 wolves in 1 sheep's clothing. Is it a euphemism? Is it a metaphor? Is it a plot device? Is it something that I'm really never going to go into again? As before, the plot is moving on. Small question, the robbery. Now, the robbery is clearly in order to look for the box of delights, and the Punch and Judy is being used as a distraction. We get that, we're not thick. There is a line in the car that says that all of the priest's guests had their jewellery stolen. How does that work? It's not like you turn up at a priest's house and go, I'm going to put all my rings here and my necklaces in a big room and then leave them, and then we'll go and have a party. That's not how jewellery works. You go to a party wearing your jewellery, you wear your jewellery, you go home, you take it off. The only way you can have your jewellery stolen at a party is if the burglars or robbers or indeed hijackers come into the room and go, give us your stuff. At this point, you know who they are, which of course is the point of that. So the jewellery can't have been stolen. Not and have it make sense for the plot. And then we end up at the end of the episode where Kay Harker decides to go, hey kids, yeah, I know you've known me for years, but let's just press this button and become really small. What? No exposition, no, hey kids, watch this, you'll be excited, or why don't we try this? No, it's just, let's all hold hands, press a button, and we go really small and enter the world of CSO. It is very, very Enid Blyton-y. We've all got issues with Enid Blyton, but that's fine. She's of her time. We've got issues with everything we love. That's not a problem. But then you've got the cliffhanger of a small toy boat going towards some rapids. Ooh. We know it's all going to be right, but this is the halfway point of the whole series. And it still moves along at its pace. Given that it's 1984, and we've got some very, very Doctor Who sounds going on, and that bit of music at the beginning, which is so damned addictive and you can't get it out of your head, that's fine. I'm happy. So this is a Posset-heavy episode. I wonder if it'll be Posset-heavy in future. I just don't know. But until next time, when we're talking about episode 4, be seeing you.